All right. We're gonna try this again.
Um,
Yes, we were talking about
so
corruption in
then
arena.
they showed some mathematics of it. And so they gave some specific examples about how the corruption increases, and it's also going to slightly increase the chance for legendary potential. So you ask yourself the same question that you ask in every ARPG. What should you be doing? Should you just pump the corruption as high as you possibly can, and then just struggle through map by map by map for the higher chances? Or should you lower it to a comfortable level and speed farm? And in the math that they showed, just doing some napkin math and showing the examples that they gave, assuming that they're right, pushing it as high as you possibly can and farming there does not seem like the play at all. It's going to be back to like the Diablo 3 days where you're just going to speed farm a comfy corruption level and just detonate it, and that's going to be the way that you get most of your rewards. The monoliths, the different, what are they called, timelines, or the different eras of the monoliths, they actually did the research and calculated the density of every single one and normalized them all. That's normally what I do in Diablo 4. I run all the nightmare dungeons, and I say, this nightmare dungeon is 3 times better than this nightmare dungeon, so run this one and never run this one. They actually not only did all the data, but they also normalized it themselves. So that's massive. And then, that's one less video that I have to make. And then they just gave you 5% more density in the monoliths. And in general, in these games, density always feels better. So the monoliths are already pretty dense compared to the campaign, so you're going to get more. You're going to get more from playing the normal monoliths, which is where most people will be for a long time. You're not supposed to just rip through the monoliths and go to the empowered monolith instantly. So this will actually make a difference, I think. Another thing about the mods, again, not trying to make the game like super impossible, is, okay, so you have the corruption level rising, and it's making it way harder. And not only were the mods way more powerful before, but they also scaled. They scaled up. So it was ridiculous. So now the magnitude of the mods has come down, and they're now static, and the maximum duration of how long they can last was cut in half. So if all that doesn't mean anything to you, I think this is going to make the end game much better. You just play. You play the game, and it's less about the stupid cherry picking. I think this is a big W for EHG. This is what I would have done. The only thing I might have done differently is every single game seems to reward not doing the hardest content. The only games that I know that reward the highest content are like Lost Ark and WoW, the MMOs. But these ARPGs have a theme where it's not always valuable to do the hardest content to really push your character. I wish that would be more valuable in the math that I saw. That would be the only area here where I would like them to look at. I wish the rewards scaled faster than what the math showed there.
I mean that, or you like
in the dungeons and the arena.
like,
okay, so this part I had to read like 15 times. So in the higher dungeons and the arena,
like the bosses.
they lowered the mods because they're making the game harder in general. In dungeons, they lowered the mods so it will balance and it'll be about the same at the end for the bosses. But they did say the earlier part of the dungeon, when you get to the end, will be more difficult. But in the arena, the magnitude at which they lessened the mods is less relative to the lessening of the dungeons. I had to read it like 15 times in the patch notes. So what that means is since they brought the modifiers.
Okay, so basically dungeons are harder, or easier rather. No, they're harder, but arena is like way harder. That's basically what that means. This is not really the patch notes that I need, though. What I need is... Oh, let's see if I can find him. No, it's not Tarek.
Loves falconry, aerial assault. So whenever you like crit, your falcon gets more base damage. Also really strong bow that is coming for falconer. Then we go over some unique and set item changes. The big one is the arrow guard change, nerf. I don't know if it really needed a nerf. Of course, like most of the marksman player wanted to play arrow guard. To be honest, I think arrow guard was, for me personally, probably a lot of people will hate me for this, but I personally think it was a little bit overrated, this item already. But they pretty much nerfed the glancing blow from 30 to 50% to 15 to 30. That's a big nerf. Also the armor is pretty much gone. They added a bit more base armor, but removed the percentage armor. And also this one, I mean, it already got changed to have like a higher legendary potential of 40, and now it's even 60, so it's harder to find it with LP. Yeah, pretty big nerf actually for the quiver, but yeah, it is what it is. Marksman, not a lot of love so far. Death Rattle is more actually like an acolyte amulet actually, but also this one affects like Falcon and Ballista, so the minion crit multi was nerfed. The Night Ring is the quiver, this void quiver for multi-shot. It actually has more base damage now, and also higher chances to get it with LP. The Pillager's Gold one is the one for the burning daggers. If you use a potion, also the LP level is here a bit lower actually, like quite a lot actually, so maybe we see a couple of builds with it if you have like 3-4 LP. Sanguine Sword is the quiver with for bleed. Hail of Arrows has more attack speed, which is probably good for puncture, and also lower LP rate here. Trogger's Teeth, let's see, they have more frostbite chance, actually quite a lot. Also more freeze rate and less LP, so pretty big nerf to this quiver here. And Zuriel's Hunt has also, let's see, higher lightning penetration, and the LP is also lower, so yeah, buff also to Zuriel's Hunt. Maybe we will see some cool combinations now with Falconer, because before it was not really that useful, and we couldn't really like trigger it, or the playstyle was weird with chakram, shurikens, and detonating arrow. Okay, the big one actually that will buff pretty much every rogue build are the new base items. A couple of cool ones. I will not go, I think, do everything, but for example belts, we only had like the bronze belt before that gave us a lot of armor. Now we have like so many more options, which I really like. So like everyone pretty much has to update his build guides with the item implicits. What I really like, for example, is the Spider Silk Sash that gives a lot of poison, a lot of cold res, and also this one, a lot of flat armor. This one, movement speed, I really love this belt here, so probably going to pretty much all of my rogue builds. But also, like I said, the resistance one, really nice options now. For boots, two that I found like really like powerful. Like before, I only were pretty much focusing on the cold resistance and the fire resistance one, but now we have boots here with high armor, movement speed, and increased effect of haste, which is really strong. And also, and those one here with a lot of armor, high movement speed, and reduced bonus damage taken from crits. So you can combine it maybe with one of with the same stat on the body armor, and you don't need CA anymore. Also really interesting new boot here. Gloves. The one with mana I found pretty interesting because you have a lot of mana regen that you can get. And also here we have something with cooldown. Also here with a lot of armor and armor mitigation applied to damage over time. So again, more options now, which is always good. For weapons, I saw a nerf to katanas and to Chris here. So here we have a little bit less crit multi, which is not that bad to be honest, so still very viable of course. And here, actually the number, also not that big, 15% max. Also a little nerf while leveling again for Shadow Daggers, but still very viable. Other than that, I think the other ones, this one has a little bit more poison chance, but yeah, actually a little bit, in general they try to buff poison and bleed I think a little bit more. New bow FX changes here, so the whole FX effects are now a little bit higher, from now 75% from 60. Direct buff to bows in general, same with the crit chance and bow attack speed. 15% buff, I mean, I think the numbers could already go a little bit higher for a bow, but it's still nice to see a couple buffs here for bows or for bows, I think a little bit more. New bow FX changes here, so the whole FX effects are now a little bit higher, from now 75% from 60. Direct buff to bows in general, same with the crit chance and bow attack speed.
Does that mean
15% buff, I mean, I think the numbers could already go a little bit higher for a bow, but it's still nice to see a couple buffs here for bows or for bow and quivers. Then we go for the class item related stuff, so rogue body armor and rogue helmets. Rogue body armor and helmets are insane. A lot of very cool new body armors. There was one nerf to, where was it? This one, which gave a lot of physical resistance. It's now lower, and it's also more like a leveling body armor. But instead, we got quite interesting new ones. The Void Leather is now Umbral Coat, and it has a shit ton of armor, increased damage with skills used by shadows. So really cool. New body armor type here. Then we have something with poison damage, poison resistance, cold resistance, increased damage over time. A new one also here with endurance and increased mana regen, also really cool. Then we have one body armor for Falconer. It gives some dex, because yeah, dex scaling is really good of course for Falconer, with some added melee flat and throwing damage, also really strong. Increased dodge rating, increased damage over time, really good one. As you can see, a lot of good ones. This one, Dragonhide Cold, also with crit avoidance, flat crit chance 2 to 3%, really nice. And this one is probably a little bit there to compensate the Arrow God nerf. You can get a little bit of Glancing Blow chance back, instead of CA actually here. So I mean, before everything pretty much was CA, but now I can also see this reduced damage taken or bonus damage taken from crits. More options. I think that this will be quite interesting to see if there are like new options to go for in the endgame with the itemization. So pretty cool changes here. For helmet, I saw the one for leveling poison fire resistance, which is pretty good. Also again like a falcon helmet, again with flat melee and throwing damage. This is quite insane, actually. Then we have one that supports bleed, which I kind of like, so increased damage over time and bleed duration. Also, this one was buffed because before it had like 25% crit multi, and now it also has fire resistance, so very cool new helmet. And this one has increased stun chance. So yeah, those also like the body armors, a lot of cool new changes that are coming for your itemization in general.
A lot of resistances.
Then we have some affixes. So there are new hybrid damage types for penetration, which I think is a suffix now. So you can have like, I don't know, something like lightning, physical penetration on your weapon, which is pretty strong. Other than that, the parry chance, hybrid mana regen, but this is not for bows. So yeah, a couple of new ones, but I think this was pretty much the most important one with the penetration. We have new rogue affixes, pretty much, of course, level for all the new skills. We have area with dive bomb, throwing damage for caltrops, crit vulnerability with caltrops, max traps, really strong. Also this one, really strong. Chance to deal double damage with Falcon Strikes, which is the active skill of Falconer. Area of throwing skills, so yeah, a lot of cool, new, interesting, also you crit multi and minion crit multi. A lot of cool new affixes coming.
The area for throwing skills is pretty cool.
Then,
that'd be good for poison.
what did I write on here? Ranged enemy behavior changes. There was something that I didn't quite understand. I don't know, some weird new behavior for ranged enemies. We have to see how this will perform. Only for a couple of enemy types, actually. Other changes, all enemies have 2% more health and deal 1% more damage. Like I said, a little bit different in endgame now with the corruption scaling. Some visual updates. Like I said, I just wrote everything down. This is probably not too important, but always, of course, very nice to see, like, for 1.0, better visuals, better sound, whatever. So a lot of skills, actually, that will get some visual overhaul and sound updates here. Now we come to general and rogue skill buff fixes. Fix some behavior with channeling skills. This one I only wrote down by myself. I don't know if this is the one that they meant with the channel flurry. All I can say to you is that on CT it got fixed and channel flurry feels like normal again, like we had in 0.8.5. So this should be hopefully fixed for 1.0. Rogue skill buff fixes, so flurry and detonating arrow had the issues that the skill or the projectiles could pierce or miss in general, so this is fixed. Acid flash reception now clearly states its initial explosion, blah blah. This one is not that important. Dancing strikes, okay. Also now clearly states it's a global damage over time. Also not that relevant. Puncture, also just like a display issue here. Let's see what we have here for shurikens. Fix a bug where shurikens miss nearby targets. Okay, never really realized this one. Now it has also the damage effectiveness tooltip. Okay, that was not there before, but it was already clear. Again, some visual fixes here for shurikens, for summon ballista. There's a new animation for it. Animation timing bugs, and that was pretty much it. And to be honest, on this part here, bug fixes, I expected a little bit more, because like I said, Tarek and I, we had like a huge list of bugs in general for Rogue, and I'm missing actually quite a lot. Maybe they missed it because the patch notes are so huge, but that's why I wrote a couple of down. So maybe there's more, but like I said, there was just so much to read and write down. But I was missing kind of the flurry multi-shot one. I was also missing detonating arrow, that sucker punch, rapid detonation, and barrage are not working or incorrectly. They completely missed it here. Kind of weird, to be honest, but maybe they will add something, like I said, so maybe just on EHC side, because it was too big, or maybe I missed something. But if I missed something and I will see it again, then I will write it down in the video description. To end this video, TLDR, Shadow Daggers, in my opinion, still strong. It was a leveling nerf, but if you will really feel it at the end, I mean, Shadow Daggers was so strong while leveling, it deserved definitely a nerf, and the numbers look huge. But again, 68 base damage on a level 15 skill, where you can basically enable it. It's still very strong, and it's still the same damage scaling. So still with throwing, still with melee damage, you always crit with it. So those are the strong mechanics basically. So they only tweak the numbers a bit. Like I said, it is a nerf, but still, it's gonna be one of the best mechanics in the game. We have to see in endgame, but I don't really think most of you will realize it if you don't really push to the limits of the game. Maybe a little bit while leveling, but still very, very dominant in the game. Like I said, the channel flurry on CT is back to normal, or was back to normal. Also really important, the boots that give us insane amount of ward. They will get nerfed, not now with 1.0, but I saw Justin on Reddit having a post about this. So it will basically get like an internal cooldown for 1 second. This pretty much kills the whole boots, in my opinion. I think 1 second was a little bit too much. We expected just like a little internal cooldown. I don't know, 0.1, 0.2 seconds, whatever. you will never reach those high numbers. And even without this node here, with the old Channel Flurry, pretty much, I reached like 2k to 3k ward. With this one, I don't know, you don't have like that much ward anymore. So Channel Flurry, to everyone that came into the game with 0.9 and was pretty much introduced to this Channel Flurry bug and got used to it, I'm very sorry for you guys. I think in my opinion it was the fault of EHG that they didn't fix it early because you guys get used to it, but this will be absolutely nerfed and it will never feel as powerful as before anymore. It's back to, like I said, 0.8.5. Other than that, I hope Detonating Arrow is fixed with Gel Curse and with the bow version. I really hope so. Let's see on 1.0. In general, the new item bases are amazing and will like pretty much buff a lot of builds and will bring a little bit more gearing variety into it. Falconer is gonna be absolutely OP, absolutely OP. Like in general with all the new masteries, Warlock, Falconer, Rune Master, they're gonna be really, really strong. Marksman, I think, didn't really receive a lot of love. Blast Rain is looking very strong, Hail of Arrows is looking very strong. We have to see, like I said, if in 1.0 if there are still some bugs in it, how they will feel, but in general, I play Detonating Arrow, I know how Detonating Arrow feels in endgame. It was not strong enough. Multi-shot is only strong if you go with the Giant Slayer so that you can shotgun. Even there, like a pure multi-shot build is not really very like endgame viable compared to other classes or builds that are out there. They're still good, they're still really fun to play, but I think Marksman, because it's like so squishy, it needs a lot more love and more damage in endgame to really like reach those high levels.
Yeah.
For Blade Dancer, I think very solid mastery still. You have Shadow Cascade, you have Lightning Chakram, all on my channel. They're pretty much just the same. I actually think Lightning Chakram right now with the nerf maybe is like pretty much, I don't know, maybe like on the top now for a Chakram build or for a Blade Dancer build, sorry. So yeah. It looks like a lot of changes, but actually at the end of the day it didn't really do that much. I mean, Falconer will bring in a lot of course, like new builds, a lot of fun, new possibilities, but hopefully some new uniques, hopefully with some hotfixes, we will see some love for the class in general. Like I said, if I missed something, I will write it down in the video description. And if you have any questions, just let me know again. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys soon.
Alright. So, see here.
Got the body armor. I really care. Oh shit. I think I made a mistake. Let's hope I didn't make that mistake, guys. Because I fucking clicked so fast. Oh! Well, bye-bye. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, classic, dude. I don't know, dude, I was so confident. Yeah, rip the run. Hey. Oh, fuck me.
Oh man, Derek is gonna freaking stomp everybody in the race here. Dude's at an hour 30 doing the second monoliths.
Easy, too easy. Not happening.
What's my res? What I barely have any necrotic res. Monka. It's gonna be scary at first timeline. Let's just check the shop. Where are my silver rings, please, game? Okay, 2 quests. 2 quests left, and then I go into a Monolith of Fate. Okay. Do I have necrotic? No, I don't have any necrotic res on the idols.
Not happening.
It's a shame I don't have any prefix on that one available. Maybe I can try some some RNG with the glyphs of chaos. I don't even have any shards. That's probably better. Alright, last quest. Shiny Cove.
Not happening.
Physical damage. Oh. My ring! Okay, I can buy... What should I buy? I should probably buy a Chris Dagger. Should probably gamble get Chris Daggers.
Oh boy.
Nope. End of time. Go, go, go! Please.
Gold won't save you. The blade might. Wanna go again?
Gamble one more. Okay, 71% is really good.
Choice.
Can put crit multi. Else on kill. Poison res, lightning res, cold res. Time. Nope. End of time. Go, go, go! please.
Gold won't save you. The blade might.
Let's see what quests he has here. Level 27. 400 up.
Okay, I'm just checking if it's an arena. If it's an arena, I don't do it. Otherwise, I do it. Try. Oh, okay, okay. Know that layout.
Not happening.
Hey. I think I nearly right clicked the echo. That was scary. Like if you right click it directly teleports you in the echo. The gate, okay.
Not happening.
It's probably an invasion, no? An ambush? Nope. Okay, I was pretty lucky.
Not happening.
Okay, I need to switch my loot filter. I forgot it. Boom, boom. Damage, poison res.
Not happening.
I get the shamans? Did I got the... Okay, I need to farm that area. Because that's an insane amount of XP. Like the shamans are the mobs that gives the most amount of XP in in-game. It's an ambush.
Not happening.
Look how many. I think I gained 3 levels since the start of the echo. Like, that's crazy.
Not happening.
Okay, where are they? Where are my shamans?
Not happening. Not happening.
Dude, look at the XP. uh,
Easy. Not happening.
I think I'm done. Yo, impact. Yeah. I could. Those mobs are so crazy. Like the ratio of XP per level they have. Basically, how it works is that in the campaign, each mob has a set amount of XP,
Not happening.
and then it gets scaled by the area level. When you go into monoliths and stuff. But those guys, they give so much XP for their level that it scales like crazily. Like it's actually the mob outside of bosses that gives the most amount of XP. It gives even more XP than many bosses.
Interesting.
What is this density though? Like what? What is this density? Please.
There's loot filter. I can't even see anything. There's so much loot.
CDR. Ok. J'ai fini la campagne en étant level 27.
Not happening.
Hey, please. Shred armor and bow hit. Oh. 36. 36. Go. Okay, where is my password tree? Because I actually don't remember by heart all the nodes I'm taking. Stormgate again, okay.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
Twin axe.
Not happening.
Gloves. That's the wrong base. Let's put points.
Not happening. Easy. Too easy. Not happening. Not happening.
That's pretty good. Rune of Ascendance. Ah, what should I use it on? I don't think boots is a good idea at this point. Probably ring. Try and get a circle ring. Something like that.
Yes.
Doesn't sell any ring, are you kidding me?
Not happening.
Okay. Was very slow, but boom. 66. Easy. I got the ring. Well, 66. I'm clicking very slow because the number of time I fucked up here. Actually pretty embarrassing. Boom. At first timeline compared to the testing I did before, but the thing is, I tested after doing like a full run instead of stopping at chapter 5, so it's a bit different. I need to get a bit of XP. Kill a lot.
Not happening.
Okay, so he just runs through these. Pretty straightforward. Wait, he's level 52.
It's just fire res that is kind of low at the moment.
Going into 75 monoliths. Which honestly, like, that's actually... That makes sense. I mean, that's a lot more
Okay, go.
reasonable than...
I mean, it's Lagoon
47
timeline.
to 58. I mean, that's a big jump. 30 levels.
So you don't really need lightning fire, I mean.
Easy. Too easy.
Alright.
I am about to show you every
Time to go take a nap.